All right.
Maybe.
Maybe. Well, welcome back, gamers, to the Experience Points podcast. I'm your host, Kim, and joining me today...
Wow!
I'm your host, Zero Sin, who tried to get Kim to open up the show today, but she would do it next week on the Halloween special. And today joining me is Kim the Awesome.
How are you going to call me out like that?
Eric Jones.
What's happening?
And Mr. Pokemon himself, Mr. Alistair.
Yo, you're gonna make Eric mad again. Call me that.
You can be Mr. Pokemon.
Mr. Pokemon Adventure. On today's episode, we are going to chit-chat about the PS5 even more because we are just 3 weeks away. Excuse me. And the countdown is getting me more antsy by the minute, damn it. We're going to talk about the Crown Tundra DLC just a little bit. And stay tuned for a brand new game at the end of the episode. Get excited. Get excited. With that being said, how's everybody doing?
Excellent.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
Good. Good. Eric, hit me with that transition music, bruh.
And if you're wondering, that was the Mega Man 2 Robot Master Select screen.
Very, very
Eric,
nice.
next time you should do the All Saints Wake music.
Oh Lord.
Well, we still have 2 more segments to get to, so he'll have his chance. We're going to start off today's This Week in Gaming news with the news that the PS5s are finally hitting reviewers. They're finally going out to reviewers, and it's just like everything else with the PS5 this year. It's been a little bit late, but they got their hands on them, and as of right now, people are only allowed to show the box.
Oh my gosh.
They cannot show the system. They can't show the UI. But I'm hoping by the end of next week, there'll be some videos up about that. Would you guys be interested in watching those or just skip them and experience it yourself?
Skip it and experience it. I am a man that makes his own experiences. I say screw. They don't even need to give these fools these early reviewer systems. No, they should wait until November 12th, like the rest of us, because we already know we're gonna get it anyway. They don't need no reviews. They can just they can have the reviews in time for Christmas. No, they just
They
wait.
are influencers, and they send them out to get the word out there. It's just basically more free publicity.
Well, they need to send it to me then. I'll give them free publicity. I'll be an influencer. Give it to some scrub.
You need at least 100,000 followers to make that happen, Eric. And even then,
Make
it's
it
a
happen,
slight
Eric.
chance. How about you,
I don't
Kim?
even have 100,000 friends.
You're so stupid. How about you, Kim? If these videos pop up with I should say when these videos pop up of the UI and stuff like that, and people turn the system on, are you going to watch the vids or are you going to wait?
No, I'm going to wait. It's just kind of the same thing whenever they restart doing teasers for new Pokemon that come out.
Mhm.
I'd honestly rather see them for the very first time in my game.
I gotcha. Good girl.
Something
Kev,
about that excitement.
Kev, how about you?
Situational. If I'm bored and it pops up on my YouTube list, maybe.
Because I know that you are a man who likes to go out and do your research and check things out.
I mean, at this point, we know almost pretty much everything. We've already seen the UI, we've seen the system, so they're not going to really be able to show us anything that Sony hasn't already shown us. I kind of feel.
I would actually disagree with that because there's a lot that we have not seen yet, but that is okay. There's still a lot more to uncover, but I'm the same way. You know, I'm all about experiences myself, and I cannot wait to sit down with this thing. And it's just like I've been avoiding Spider-Man spoilers like the freaking Matrix, like Neo in the Matrix. Every time I turn on YouTube, there's a new video of Miles and the new suits and his story gameplay. I'm like, I don't want to see any more trailers. I don't want to see any more gameplay. I don't want to know about the suits. Just let me play the game and experience it for myself. Exact same thing.
Will you be trying to platinum that game, sir?
Is that a dig on me, sir?
No, it's a question, because I know you like Spider-Man. I'm just asking, are you going to try to platinum it?
I will make the Spider-Man remake and Miles my first platinum on PlayStation 5. For sure. Especially with the new upgrades to the remastered version of Spider-Man. So,
By the way, is it coming with all the DLC? Because I never bought any of the DLC, and that just makes it even more of me wanting to actually play it if it has all the
I'm sure it's going to
DLC.
be the complete edition.
it should
would make
be
perfect
complete
sense.
edition, but I don't remember them mentioning anything about the DLC.
It should be.
Kim, can you just look that up real quick, girl, if you're not busy? Um,
What am I
so,
looking up again?
if the Spider-Man Remastered Edition comes with the DLC.
Okay.
Thank you. But yeah, so we got a few weeks to go for that, and I'm really hoping that the system does not get delayed, and at the very, very least, I'll have it on Friday. The very least.
Oh, you meant your individual systems. I was like, I think they get a lot of trouble if they delayed it now.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm talking about my system being delivered on time because it's being delivered from Walmart. And like I said before, I'm going to be sitting in my garage in a rocking chair with a
With
shotgun,
the shotgun.
waiting. I will be humming old Negro spirituals, waiting for this damn thing to show up.
Do you want to see the first thing that popped up when I looked it up?
Yeah, sure.
It says the new version will include the complete original campaign alongside the trio of City That Never Sleeps DLC campaign.
Yay. There you go.
Lovely.
There you go. I enjoyed very much the first two expansions. The third one was kind of but the first two were fantastic. So it's going to be fun to go back and play those again.
I know one was Black Cat, and I don't even remember what the other two were. Or actually, no, I don't think the first one was a Black Cat. One of them was Black Cat, and they actually had like a kind of a throw out into going into it from a quest that you did in the game. But then there was like two other ones that I don't remember. I think one was like I don't know. I don't know.
It's going to be a nice surprise. So
Yes.
get ready for that. Moving on, we're going to chit chat about the Crown Tundra DLC, which me and Kim and us, we have a little view on that. But Eric and Kev, how'd you guys feel about the DLC so far?
I'm enjoying the heck out of it so far. It is, I mean, other than like I said, there is that one particular NPC. It just makes me facepalm myself. And why does he? I don't even know if you call this a wink or if he's like twitching and having some kind of a breakdown. He just keeps winking. He's like, yeah. It's like I just want to slap him.
Triggered.
It's so irritating. It's so irritating. And his daughter does it too, but it's like, what is going on with these people? But other than that, it's just like he's like a comic relief. Like he has his little comical music. I expected from the previews that this dude was going to be something serious. If he's anywhere related to the Chairman Rose, then let me just tell you, they are like polar opposites. They are like freaking. It's like Bizarro Rose. Anyway,
I mean, NPC says he looks just like Chairman Rose, but is nothing like him.
yes.
And
I thought he was gonna be dignified.
and as per our conversation we had last week about how they portray black people in these games, boom, there you go.
That's terrible. Oh!
Wait,
And
Chairman
let's
Rose
not
wasn't
comment
like
on the
that, though.
daughter being named his name with a Nia at the end. I was actually thinking her name was gonna be Nia because he kept on saying Nia. Then she introduced herself as Peonia. I'm like, what?
They really thought that one through.
I know. It's like they already. It's like I know that they don't exactly have the most thought out names when it comes to Pokemon games. Like Pokemon gym leaders being named like Clay because he's a what I can't. It was a ground type or a rock type. He was basically like a damn cowboy or something like that. But they Tennis Surge. You know what I'm saying? But now they. Come on, Peonia. I would be mad at my parents if they named me Peonia.
So we heard Eric's views about this. Kev, how do you feel about it?
So I think I might not have been in the right mindset when I first turned it on because I did that first battle and I was like, oh my god, I'm bored already.
Yeah.
But I think that's just how I feel about trainer battles in general. But now I'm going through that cave, and I've gone through a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
Got a couple of the legendaries. And It's not so bad, but you really have to be paying attention as you're
I
going
gotcha.
through it. And that part, if anybody who knows me knows that paying attention is really hard for me.
It's all good. Well, I felt the same way, and I do have a long attention span, so I felt the same way. Although I will jump back in eventually and check it out. I am curious to see what those Dynamax adventures are like, so I might hop on after this and play one of those and see what it's like. So. Uh,
Honestly, they have a lot of good stuff, but I mean, just in general, like I'm actually gonna save the majority of my Dynamax adventures until actually I'm done with everything else because like those particular Pokemon that you get from it, like you can get legendaries, but they aren't legendaries that'll be in the Pokédex. So I mean, like you can collect them, but you won't actually fill out your Pokédex for it because they aren't in that particular this particular game's Pokédex. Like if you put it in the Pokemon Home, it'll count for like the national dex,
uh-huh.
but like actually like these are just basically freebies to get like legendaries into the game. Like they're basically gonna eventually expand the game to have the entire national dex. But like the last couple of games, like the one with the Lola, Ultra Sun and Moon, like that one had I think the entire Pokédex, but a lot of them didn't actually have Pokédex entries as well. So I mean, like that's a cool thing to do. Like if you want to, complete your collection. But for now, I'm going to focus on getting the actual in-game Pokemon and legendaries. And let me tell you, there's like 15 legendaries that you have quests and stuff to get for. There's actually even more than that because I ran into this little house and I saw freaking well, I can't remember his name at the moment, but it was one of the one of the main Pokemon from Sun and Moon. So it's like I'm like, wow. So there's a lot of Pokemon to get
Now wait, is that in the Isle of Armor? Or are you talking about the
in the
other
Crown
expansion?
Tundra. I'm talking about the Crown Tundra.
Crown Tundra has fossil Pokemon.
Dude, they have fossil Pokemon just flying around.
Yeah, I don't get that because they're supposed to be extinct.
Yeah, that makes no sense. I'm not supposed to be able to run into Aerodactyl just flying around like it's in that one weird episode of Pokemon, the anime, where they were like in that underground pit. So that part doesn't make much sense. This is like literally I've caught like 6 fossil Pokemon already. But besides that,
I don't get how the Pokemon world's technology works because, I mean, they know about these Pokemon. The Pokedex should be like a national dex all the time for stuff that's like discovered already. They could have just used like old entries if they were just not wanting to put it in there. But
it's not even hard to make new entries. One of the ones for the damn legendaries I caught is literally legends tell of this Pokemon saving people in Unova.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I'm about to read this Pokemon entry now that we said this. It's like the stupidest entry I ever read in existence. Hold on, I'm getting to this.
He's heated, folks. He's getting
You
there.
can't just start.
Okay, here it is. A legend tells of this Pokemon working together with Cobalion and Terrakion, however you say that name, to protect the
Terrakion.
Pokemon of the Unova region. That is the Pokemon entry for freaking Verizion.
That trio actually does have entries then.
Yeah, I figured it would.
Because Kyurem doesn't.
Oh, that's because you get him from I think any of the Pokemon you get from the Dynamax Adventures does not have a one. But like those Pokemon, the legendary swords, they are actually a part of the story. So
no, that's just wrong.
Huh? I think any Pokemon that's part of the story is gonna have a Pokemon entry. That's how I think it is because they pretty much put like when you first unlock the Dynamax Adventures, it tells you how it's like, oh, you can catch all the legendaries of yore, but like they don't give them a Pokemon entry. But they have to give you an entry for Pokemon that are based on a story, or that just be retarded.
I think the town of Freezington is in want of a better name.
Oh, that's another thing that grinds my gears. Come on, they have the worst possible naming system ever in Pokemon games. But Freezington? Really? You might as well just say, now entering Cold Town. It's cold.
That's hilarious. They just gave up. They're done.
Freezington.
Are there any Any Pokemon that you guys have seen so far that you were shocked to see? I mean, aside from the fossil ones, I guess.
Not really.
I mean, I expected most things. Okay, I guess out of the ones that I just didn't know were gonna be in the game or I forgot about, I was actually surprised to see the Nido family.
No,
Like I ran into a
I was looking
Nidoran.
forward to them.
I ran into a Nidoran female. I was like, oh snap, Nidoran! The Nido Kings, they're all back. I was like, I got somewhat excited about that. I don't know why. I was like happy to see them. I guess it's G1 nostalgia.
I have not
See,
seen
let me
those
say-
fools since the anime.
This is exactly why I don't really like to see spoilers beforehand. I like to experience it because I like that feeling of getting excited when you see it for the first time. But when you know it's happening, you're just like, oh, sure.
Yes, that's
Okay.
actually very true. Like I knew about a lot of the legendary, so it's like if I could have not have known about the legendary bird trio, that would have been like a super cool thing to see. But that was like one of the first things they ever talked about. So yeah, I actually understand what Kim means. It's exciting just to see stuff like oh snap, that looks like Zapdos, but it's not. Wait, what is that? Oh, that's the kind of excitement I would like to have gotten from it.
I
Just
love
made the berries and cream boy sound.
I love when Aries screams like Princess Peach. I love it. I love it. Help me, Mario.
Oh yeah.
Every time.
But that's another thing. Like, what's his name? I cannot remember his name right now. But the stupid, like, what is that stupid thing's name from Sun and Moon? I can't remember. I remember it as soon as I see it, but I can't remember it right now. But I was like, oh snap!
What is it?
Oh yeah, Cosmog. I'm like, oh snap! This old lady's got a damn Cosmog in her house. I'm like, what?
Mhm. Kim, is there? I mean, the stuff that you know about the game so far is. I mean, I know you said that you really weren't too enthused about the Crown Tundra DLC so far, but is there anything that you've heard so far that you are kind of excited about or could get excited about?
I'm not really sure yet. I have to like play it out. I didn't do a whole lot of reading ahead of time.
Okay.
But I just have to play it out and kind of give it a fair shot. I did really like with the Isle of Armor how we had to hunt for all those Diglett. Even though that was a little bit obnoxious, it kind of gave me something to do.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
That was not a fun task.
I still haven't caught all those damn Diglets, but it's mainly because I know
I
that the
did.
rewards aren't that great.
They're
I have
Alolan
to do it.
Pokemon.
Yeah,
type.
but that mean it's not that hard to get a Alolan Pokemon.
You know what the grand prize is?
Freaking
the grand
perfect
prize is?
6 IV Diglett or Doug Trio or one of them. I
An
don't know.
Alolan Diglett.
Oh yes, it's got hair.
It's the
Yay!
ugliest one. I hate that one. I
Does it
swear.
even have a different typing? I forgot to ask. What is
It's
the
steel.
typing?
Steel
Oh.
and ground. The hair is made out of steel.
I can't stand that. I cannot stand that particular design. Like,
Me neither.
I can at least laugh when I see a Alolan Executor, but come on, Alolan
They're like the
Doug
Beach
Trio?
Boys. They're like the Beach Boys.
Exactly.
Do you
Let's
ever
see.
think that sometimes these Pokemon designers are just a little bit high when they create these Pokemon?
Oh yeah,
Since
Just
the
a little
beginning,
bit.
since Generation 1.
it's gotten worse though.
Gen 1 was awesome.
No, it's not. It's all pretty much the same.
Ice cream cones. Ice
yeah.
cream cones.
Yeah, Muck, Grimer, Magnemite.
There ain't nothing wrong
Voltorb.
with mucking. Okay, look, it's trash. It's like toxic waste that has eyes that can move around.
But
That's pretty
it's
cool.
the same. It's the same
I will
concept
say
as
Garbodor is the worst one.
Ugh.
that's just pure garbage.
Rubbish is funny at least.
Aha! That's just rubbish.
But yeah, I mean it's all basically the same concepts. It's inanimate objects because they can't make everything based off of an animal because there's
Yeah.
not enough.
What do you have against Magnemite so much? What's up
I'm
with
just
you? and-
I'm not. I have nothing against Magnemite.
Magnemite.
It's just an example.
That's
I heard a shiny. Who had a shiny? I heard a shiny. That better not be the shiny witch catching a shiny.
Oh my lord!
Wow.
With that, on that note, we're gonna Move on. He's an angry elf, folks. He's an angry elf.
Only when Kim gets too many shinies. She gets way more shinies than she deserves.
Be
Calm
happy.
down, just my shiny
I'm
Decidueye.
gonna see what I deserve.
Be happy for her. Be happy.
Wait, who got
I
shiny
haven't got any
Decidueye?
shiny.
I've had a shiny Decidueye.
That's fine. I know you have some shinies, but you don't have the massive amount of shinies that she does.
Moving
Massive.
on.
I got
Move-
like 20.
Moving on.
Which is the massive amount.
Moving on. Damn it. Spider-Man, the latest Spider-Man, Tom Holland from Far From Home and Homecoming, which are two great movies, by the way. I really enjoyed them. There's new pictures that surface of him playing Nathan Drake from Uncharted. I played the entire series of Uncharted. I love those types of third-person action games. They're my absolute favorite. I actually got my PS3 because of Uncharted 2. I mean, I was going to get it anyway, but that was the main reason I got it. And I played through the entire game. It's very cinematic, very well voice acted. The freaking action set pieces are amazing. And they kept that going throughout the entire series. And I don't know if any of you guys have ever played the Uncharted games at all.
I've played very minimum amounts of it. I know what they are. And I really wanted to play them. I just never got the chance to. I think actually I remember what happened because I tried to play the demo of part 1, and part 1 was kind of eh.
Yeah, you could definitely skip part 1 and start with part 2, and 3 was fantastic, and 4 was great.
I watched a friend play it. I have the Nathan Drake collection.
Mm-hmm.
So do I.
PS4.
You
I.
should definitely start with part 2 then, because that's one amazing.
I can't do that.
Game.
I think I would,
Part 1.
Kevin. I have to go in sequential order too. It just feels wrong and dirty, even though part 1 probably is garbage.
And that's what I'm saying. If you play part 1, you're gonna not like the series. So what I'm telling you is you're not missing anything from not playing part 1. They fill you in on the story like as soon as you start part 2. So.
You know what? I think I remember what
I watched my
happened.
friend play part 1. It wasn't that bad.
I played.
That's
I remember
because you
something
weren't
else.
playing it.
I actually remember though. I started playing Assassin's Creed 2 before I played Assassin's Creed 1, and then I tried to go back and play Assassin's Creed 1, and that's when I just stopped playing.
Exactly.
I played Assassin's Creed 1 first, but the fact that I had to start over, I didn't go back to it because of that. Because you just can't skip those tutorials.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the only reason why I didn't go back to it. Just because I'd already seen all that stuff. And I'm like, I don't want to see this again.
Gotcha. Kim, how about you, girl?
I never played.
It's not your thing.
No, never really seemed like my thing.
Gotcha. Yeah, they're fantastic games. I mean, if you like huge cinematic action movies and stuff like that, it'll definitely get you. But well, since I'm the aficionado here, I guess I'll talk about Tom Holland being Nathan Drake. I personally don't like it because he's way too young, and they're supposed to be making a movie that's supposed to be a prequel to the first game, and I understand that he's going to be younger in there, and I get it, but I don't like when they use the same person for multiple roles, like using Chris Evans for Captain America and the what the hell's his name from Fantastic Four? The Flame?
The Human Torch.
The Human Torch, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but that movie was... That Fantastic Four was so old, it's not even really part of the cinematic universe.
And that's not the point. That's not the point. I know it's not. Just the point is I don't like seeing the same character in multiple superhero roles. Like, if you're going to be a superhero, be that superhero.
But
Better than
technically,
Nicolas
Nathan
Cage.
Drake isn't really a superhero.
That's, again, you're missing the point. If you're going to be that character, be that character. If you're going to be Spider-Man, stay Spider-Man. You know,
That's the whole reason why Tobey
he's gonna
Maguire
get work
decided to
elsewhere.
quit.
And I'm not saying that, oh my Lord, damn, relax. I'm not saying that he can't have more than one role, but Nathan Drake is an iconic character, you know what I'm saying? And of course, if I was an actor too, I would pick it up too, but my personal preference again, my personal preference is I don't like to see somebody take on the mantle of too many like big characters like that. I'd rather like a brand new person step in and like fill in that role completely instead of me saying, "Oh, Spider-Man stepping in Nathan Drake's shoes." You know what I mean?
Okay, simple enough. Simple solution. I will take the sacrifice and take the mantle of Nathan Drake.
Nobody wants to see that.
How you gonna tell
I
me?
would love to see that. That would be awesome. I would love to see that. Yeah. Now, Nathan Drake does do a lot of shooting. Just letting you know.
I don't have. Hey, it's a movie. I don't actually have to hit something.
Poor baby.
You have to actually look like you can aim.
Hey, I know how to look like I can aim. Pew pew pew. I can be just like a stormtrooper. Pew pew. Hey, you know the joke. You know the yes. You know the joke I made there. Ha ha ha. Get it out.
Why is Nathan Drake squinting so much?
It's dark. You can't see. That's what's happening. You guys are mean to each other. All right, Jones. Hit us with some transition music.
Okay, boom, 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 boom. Ba 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 ba.
There we go.
No, that was actually the All Saints Wake music from Final Fantasy 14.
I thought you were gonna save that for next week.
Aw. Alrighty. It's open discussion time. Open discussion. And we're gonna chit chat about just a random topic that popped up today. How could they modernize old school consoles for today? Like what would
Wireless and no buttons.
what would okay, we're trying to extend the conversation here, bruh. How would how would they turn like a Genesis or an NES into a modern day console? How awesome would that be? And we're excluding the classic collection that came because it's kind of the same thing. Damn it, I just thought about that.
Well, besides the classic collection that just came, my suggestion is you take the Super Nintendo, you make it a little rounder, and you just re-release it.
Brown
You give it
and
HD.
bitch off. And it would have to have like every game like downloaded onto it. Like
Well, yeah, that goes without saying.
Well, I mean,
every
emulations, they can do it real easy if they want to. And it has to have internet, of course. It has to have like online capabilities with, full Wi-Fi and wireless controllers and all that other good stuff.
Gotcha. Kim?
Honestly, I wasn't really thinking about changes, but every point that Eric thought up, I'm like, I didn't even think about that. But yeah, basically keep the games the same, just have them all on the same system, and
No.
change the look.
I want an HD 3D Super Mario World that
That's called a remake.
Now, are you talking about remaking the systems or remaking the games?
I'm talking about the systems. How
Yeah,
Because
we're
you're-
how could they make the systems like now? I think this
Well,
was
I've just told you how.
I think this was a bad
You're
topic.
asking for a remake.
This was
You
a bad
just want a
topic.
you just want Super Mario World remake on the Switch. That's what you want.
I want Super Mario World Odyssey is what I want. I want the cape. Put the cape on. You get the leaf flying down. You get to fly over the worlds like that. I want the hat again with the wing cap. I want that back.
You just want to fly in multiple ways. You want the damn raccoon. You want the
want the raccoon.
suit.
The raccoon is my favorite.
He's gonna be the Tanuki suit with the winged cap,
Hell yeah.
and
It's gonna be a damn
The
mutant
cape.
is what he's gonna be.
I don't even know what else.
I want to freaking fly besides that
The
can.
propeller cap from New Super
Oh my
Mario.
God, I hate that. I hate that.
I know, that's
No,
why I said it. I'm
that's
just
the
throwing it
worst.
in there.
That's the worst ever. I want to be able to fly up really
Squirrel.
high and turn the stone and then like come down and like just have a.
So you want to
dent
become a
in
thwomp that comes from the heavens.
Yeah, he wants to be Thwomp.
the a heavenlymariothwomp.com.
Kirby, I think, transforms into Thwomp in one of his games when he uses the rock ability.
Yeah, he does. He does
I
actually.
can't remember what game, but
It's
yes, he does.
not necessarily a thwomp, but he turns to a big old pink block that comes down.
Are you sure you're not thinking about
No,
Kirby?
no, because there's one where
I said Kirby.
there's one as you use the stone ability, he
Mhm.
he changes different into different forms also, not just the
Oh, we
sword.
are talking about Kirby. He actually does have a Thwomp form, I believe. In one way or another. I've seen it somewhere.
I'm gonna go ahead and look this up. Kirby thwomp form. Well,
Um,
it's
Nathan's
not
invading.
it's not a spiked thwomp, but it's like I said, it's just basically a block without the spikes. Anyway, how about the Dreamcast? I think they should remake a lot of those games. We're gonna switch over now because that whole modernized console thing wasn't too well thought out. So, uh, Eric, since you and I are like the Dreamcast aficionados here, what Dreamcast games would you want to see be remade?
For Power Gym, that game was
Power Stone.
awesome. Power Stone, yes,
Power Stone was great.
That
Power
was
Stone
a
was really
great
good.
game. I love Power Stone. And then, I mean,
used to play
Soul
that.
Calibur, even though it's been on every console and it already has lots of pre-sequels and stuff, but I think that the premiere version of Soul Calibur was on the Dreamcast, and that game was just excellent.
Soul Calibur 7 is on Game Pass right now.
7? I
just
thought
downloaded
6 just
some-
came out.
Is it 6 or 7? I'm pretty sure it's 7.
I don't even know. You might know. The Tekken
It has
7,
The
I think
Witcher.
Soul Calibur 6.
Soul Calibur 7.
I would like to see Skies of Arcadia type
That was a
game
good
come
game,
back.
too.
I tried to play that game
They brought
recently,
it.
and it was so bad. I mean, I'm pretty sure if I played it like, back then, yeah, it's Soul Calibur. Oh, nope, it's Soul Calibur 6. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
They brought Skies of Arcadia to the GameCube actually,
Yep.
and had added stuff to it. But
They sure
I would
did.
have liked to see like a sequel or something. That would have been cool.
I
Yeah,
always wanted to play that game because I love RPGs and I love
Anime
JRPGs
type
and whatnot.
stuff.
So I tried to play it last year. No, actually,
Now
it was
that
earlier
game
this
just
year. What? What was that?
That game just does not care. I tried to play that thing because it's one of the games I think I do have on my Dreamcast.
Uh-huh.
I tried to play that game like I think probably a little after the time you came to visit that one time we were playing the classics.
Uh-huh.
Nope.
Yeah,
Nope.
it is
Can't
really, it is
do
really
it.
bad. The freaking camera is terrible. Like the first after the initial cutscene, once you get past that cutscene, you take over obviously, and then you have to leave the deck and go up to the top of the ship, and like the camera, it took me like 6 minutes to get out this little freaking 5 feet hallway because the camera was so janky. It was worse than the one in Super Mario 64.
That's actually one thing I have to say. Like the camera system on most Dreamcast games were pretty bad.
And that's true, but the Dreamcast was an arcade port machine. That's what it was known for. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of those games were like Crazy Taxi and Soul Calibur and even Power Stone was like very arcadey, and that's what almost every game was like.
And the worst game ever, Royal Rumble. I was so pissed that I spent like $50 on that damn game.
That game was bad.
It had exhibition and Royal Rumble mode. That's it. And it wasn't even good.
I forgot all
I
about that.
felt so ripped off buying that game. I was so excited because I'm a wrestling aficionado, so I had to get that game as soon as it came out.
Yep.
Hot shit. Not even garbage. That was hot shit.
That game was really bad.
Pardon my language. That game was terrible.
And then on top of that, the controls were bad too.
Yeah, everything about that game was bad.
I got my Dreamcast near the end of the system's life cycle actually, so I could play Phantasy Star online. And I ended up getting, I think it was this one game. It was based off an anime. I think it was a Record of Lodoss War,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like a Diablo clone. And that game was pretty fun for what it was.
You want to know another really fun game? Spawn. Spawn on Dreamcast was actually a damn fun game.
Never played Spawn on Dreamcast.
Never.
But I did watch the show on HBO, and that show was awesome.
I heard the reason why Dreamcast kind of went away, why it kind of failed in the end, was because they didn't have any like lock coding in there to block burned games from being played.
Oh
You
yeah,
can just straight up burn a disc and put it in there, and it plays it just fine.
Dreamcast was notorious for freaking hacks and what do you call those things? Bootlegs, I guess. Yeah, they were notoriously known for bootlegs.
Get your
Like
bootlegs here.
bootlegusa.com, baby.
Get your bootlegs here. Is there any older games like from back in the day, like the Genesis and the Super, or even the Nintendo that you guys would want to see be remade to this day?
Well, we already had our
Nancy
dream of
Six.
Streets of Rage, so that was great. Chrono Trigger.
Oh my gosh, Streets of Rage was so good. That's still one of my top favorite games of this year for sure, hands down. I enjoyed that game, hands down. But yeah, you and I had this conversation before, Eric, about Chrono Trigger, and I asked you before, but it was off the podcast. So, would you want to see the game be like remade, like in the style of Octopath Traveler, where it's like still that 16-bit but just stylized, or would you want like a full 3D remake, like Final Fantasy VII remake?
I would rather it be something not necessarily Octopath. I mean, Octopath was good, but I wanted a little more where it's like kind of like an animated, but not like Final Fantasy VII remake, because that game is like too colorful and vivid. It needs to be more like an animated style.
I Am Setsuna.
What about that?
Yeah.
The game.
What about
That game? That game was. That game had a lot. Was I think. It was inspired from Chrono Trigger, the game style. It was an animated type thing. It wasn't like a downgraded graphics from what I remember, but the play style, battle system was very similar to Chrono Trigger.
I think I remember seeing that game.
I got that on my Switch. This is one of the first RPGs I got on my Switch after I finally stopped playing Breath of the Wild and start looking at other stuff. It was okay. It was all right.
I'm gonna beat that game before the end of the year, maybe.
Maybe.
I would like to see a remake of Secret of Mana, but not like the one that they did.
On the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, with the voice acting that was like horrible because the mouths
really
didn't move. The lips didn't move. They were just talking like it was all telepathic.
They didn't even
It's like-
try.
Like Square
like those
Enix,
conversations.
I'm disappointed.
Don't be scared.
At least I think at least the mouths move in the Trials of Mana remake, but
Yeah, but the voice acting's still really,
terrible.
really bad.
Yeah. I wouldn't even mind it so much if it wasn't for Charlotte. Oh God.
They actually updated that game recently. They did a patch to it. They added a harder mode to it,
Mm-hmm.
and they added it to where you could change the look of your character with the jobs that you've unlocked.
That's cool. Kim, are you back, girl?
Yeah, sorry, my son was wanting me to join his Minecraft server, and I was like, now's not a good time, bud.
That's okay. What old school game would you want to see be remade to now?
You can't say Grand Theft Auto 5 or Vice City.
I'm talking
Why
about
would you say 5?
I'm talking about like an old school game, girl.
I honestly don't really know of any like really old school games that I played back when I was younger.
Okay.
I know what she I think she would like Kid Icarus, like the original Kid Icarus.
Well,
Original
they
Kid
did-
Icarus was a fun game. It was
They
kind
did
of
another
hard.
Kid Icarus, which kind of was enough.
No, that doesn't count.
I would join that sentiment. That doesn't count. I think that game was only made to put him in Smash. That was the only reason it was made.
I would like to just watch the cutscenes
Well,
for
he
that
was-
game without actually
He was
playing
in
it.
Smash before that game came out, though. But yeah, it was just because people wanted it, and so he's like, "Yeah, we'll make it." But the controls were just bad.
He was a
They
Smash
could have
before
done it
that?
better.
I know that.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought he just came that last generation.
No, he was in there since Melee, I think. Melee or Brawl. He was on like the
He was-
first
he was
major
on-
one
he
that
was
was
on
He
the
was
online.
in Melee.
no, he was on the GameCube one. I remember because
That's a Brawl.
I used to because he got fixed on
That's
the
Melee.
Wii version. because in the GameCube version, I remember playing as him, and he was able to fly indefinitely, and like you could swoop in and freaking dive bomb people.
Nice.
But then they made it to where he had like only a certain amount of flaps before he'd fall in the newer game on the Wii.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, Jones, hit me with some music, bruh.
I was trying to look up the Kid Icarus thing. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Ah, damn it! I can't remember the Kid Icarus theme. When fine. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Cute, super cute. I'm actually looking it up now. The roster from Melee. Blah blah blah. I think he was just in Brawl. Yeah, Kid Icarus was in Brawl. Anyway, all right, moving on. We're gonna play a. Oh wait, no, this is it's not time for that yet. It is time for
Oh, he was just a trophy in the Melee.
This Week in Gaming History. Get excited, guys. We got some bangers. Kim, we got one you're gonna love.
Must be Grand Theft Auto or Pokemon.
I mean, why are you gonna think I'm interested in Pokemon? Just because I'm playing it.
I'm 99% sure it's gonna be Pokemon X and Y, but we'll see.
Flip. There we go. Let me bring this up to you guys, and bam, get back here.
Nice. Even though that's the bootleg ripoff of
15
Mario Kart.
years ago, 2005 in North America, released Crash Team Tag Team Racing. Yes, I know it was Tag Team Racing.
I think that's a remake because it's on the GameCube and the original one came out on PlayStation 1. I thought it was just
It did?
it was literally just called CTR, Crash Team Racing. So maybe
Yeah, I know it's
Crash-
Crash Team Racing. I
Crash
think
on
this is a
PlayStation
bootleg bootleg version of Double Dash. I didn't know this even existed. I thought this was Crash Team Racing when I saw it.
that makes it even worse.
Tag Team Racing? Oh yeah, that's definitely a cop out for Double Dash.
Double Dash for real. Oh,
Dash
you're
is
getting
Crash
Double Dash?
Bandicoot.
Well, we're gonna do Tag Team Racing.
Surprised PlayStation even let Crash Bandicoot go. He was kind of like their unofficial mascot for a while there.
That app, well, you know,
Well,
ones like
it's on
Jack and
PlayStation.
Dexter.
It's on PlayStation 2 as well. I just picked out one GameCube, but it's on PlayStation 2 and it's on GameCube as well. So
But after Crash 3 and I believe the original Crash Team Racing, Naughty Dog kind of like said screw Crash and they just like started working on other games like Uncharted and Jack. Oh, I don't know about Jack and Dexter, but they you know they started working on other stuff and they just kind of let like a different producer make Crash, and that's when the first Crash game came out on multi systems. It was like Crash Bandicoot. It was some game about time. It was
Gotcha.
basically it was horrible. It had the longest loading times in the history of the universe.
Well, I will say that this newest Crash is actually a lot of fun and it's funny. The graphics are fantastic. The platforming is nice and tough. It's not like insanely difficult, but it's definitely tough in certain parts, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm trying to beat like a world a day because they have this thing where it's like it's shattered dimensions. And it's basically you go from one shattered dimension to the next, and just you go through like maybe 4 stages per dimension. So I'm on the 3rd dimension now. I'm gonna do some more a little bit later, but I'm having a really fun time with that game, and it's my first official Crash game.
Enjoy, son. I played through all 3 of the original games. They were all very fun.
Yeah, I'm having a good time. Moving on, October 20th, 11 years ago, 2009. For the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, released, bam, Borderlands.
Hell yeah, Borderlands is a great game.
Now, when this game first came out, and I was, watching the previews for it, and I watched people play it, I love the aesthetic. I love the cartoon aesthetic. I'm not the biggest first-person shooter fan, but like specific ones have to like really catch. Like it has to be like a really good story, or it has to have like a really cool aesthetic to it, like Borderlands does. But I tried to play this game at least 6 different times, and I could not get into it. I tried 1, I tried 2, and I actually played 3 for a good while. with Eric in my ear, and I just could not get into it.
It's
Yeah,
a
it
good
never appealed
game,
to
but
me.
this is one of those games that really has its best appeal when you're playing with friends, multiplayer and stuff like that. Cause I could totally understand like playing this game solo. It's kind of rough. Like it gets kind of dull. Like you're doing the same old quests and all that other kind of junk. But when you're playing with friends, it's just some of the crazy conversations y'all having together, and it's just good. Or maybe it was just because me and Kevin and then we had this one dude that we used to always play with, and
Kev.
sometimes
I don't
um.
remember.
hmm,
I remember uh, playing Borderlands 2, and then I kind of fell out of it a little bit, and then Eric beat it, and then I just kind of had to solo the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
I never actually beat all of Borderlands 2. I got the main quest done, but then there's like the expansions and stuff.
I didn't do
And
any of the expansion.
the last expansion they had was actually put out for free at first, but it was a lead in to Borderlands 3.
Okay.
Um, but I mean, I liked the games. It was fun. They were really fun. Borderlands 1 was very easy to hack into,
Oh
kind of,
God, that game was.
um,
It was a trophy
because
for hacking,
you
basically. I
could
think.
no, you could. There was this one program that you can get on the computer, and you could actually like make your own weapons, and it was cool. Um, from the aspect that I was seeing, like it showed all the different parts that make up a gun
Mm-hmm.
that in that game that makes it so that that like every gun pretty much is basically a unique item because there's just so many different parts
Gotcha.
and there's like different brands. There's
Mm-hmm.
like there was like the four major weapon brands, and each of them had like specific parts that you could put on there. And and even if you were to like create something using multiple like company parts from
Mm-hmm.
different companies on there, it would not work.
Yeah, I
So
gotcha.
there was kind of an art form to actually creating your own weapons on that game.
Yeah, I think
Um,
that was
I'm
a big draw to the game.
I never knew
I'm
about
glad
that.
they fixed it so that that couldn't be a thing
Mm-hmm.
in the second one. But there were still like so many ways that you could just cheat in Borderlands 2 as well. Like there's duping tricks
There's
and all sorts of stuff.
exploits like hell in those games, but
I don't know
also
much about 3. I played up to a certain part on 3, and it was a really fun game. Um, but it was just I just had other stuff to play as well.
I gotcha. Uh, cool beans. Moving on. October 21st, 18 years ago, in 2002, for the GameCube released Mario Party 4.
Mario Party the 4.
I used to have Mario Party parties with my neighbors across the street, and every weekend for months we played Mario Party 5 and Mario Party 6 like back to back. We would spend literally from like 5 o'clock in the afternoon to like midnight just drinking and playing Mario Party.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and
You
I
like
would
the
say
drinking
I would say
part.
Mario Party 6 is probably the absolute best Mario Party of all time.
The pinnacle of the party games made
Now,
by Mario.
I will say that being drunk playing Mario Party is better than being sober
Wow.
playing Mario Party.
Wow. So
well,
you have experience of being drunk playing Mario Party, Kim.
Yes, I do.
I'm gonna back that up and say that Mario Party 6 on its own is a 9.5 out of 10 for me. Um, but just the fact that because I've always been a solo player for most of my life, so when I get to play with friends, it's even that much more fun. And when I get my significant other at the time into it, that makes me happy. And then having other people join in on that is just so much fun, especially when those people are like hyper competitive, which I'm not at all. I'm not a competitive person at all. I could care less, but um, when other people are competitive, it kind of brings it out in me just a little bit. So
I would
Friend
do
of
that
mine.
competitive. I'm not.
Friend of
Yeah.
mine got the Mario Party that just came out on the Switch.
Oh my god,
like
it's so bad.
year and a half. Yeah, I tried to play. He like, come on, let's play. I was like, okay.
I was so hoping
And
that was
then
gonna
we
be so
played it.
good.
It wasn't. It was not good.
Did we play that in like a demo, or did I watch you play it in a demo, or was because I remember something about watching it, but I don't remember if I played it.
I'm not sure if I did an episode on our podcast about it, in the early days. But yeah, there's so much missed opportunity with that game. Like they could have been dropping new updates to that game. To this day, they could have added new boards because there was only like 4 or 5 boards, if that. There's just they don't have online for it. It was stupid. They just made a mess of it. It's like
No
that
online,
could
that's
be-
terrible.
It
I
could
do
be
remember you
amazing.
wanting me to get that originally, but then you like, never mind.
Yep. There's no online.
That's kind of dumb.
It's really dumb. All right, moving on to 19 years ago. October 22nd, 19 years ago, 2001, for the PlayStation 2. Kim, tell them what released.
A game that I never played.
Oh,
You really?
no!
Are you kidding?
No!
This is literally the game
that
that
defined a
freaking
generation.
etched out what all future iterations in the Grand
Yes.
Theft Auto lifespan will be like. This was like the first sandbox game that really just made sandbox games what sandbox is gonna be. I, who didn't even care for Grand Theft Auto,
Me
I
neither.
played this game just because I love to drive around and shoot and do bad stuff. I didn't even do the story. I just went around and just stole cars and tried to kill people. I
And
know that sounds
quick
bad.
side note, the Banshee is the best car in every Grand Theft Auto game, so just keep that in mind.
I
Anyway,
prefer the sports bikes.
the Banshee's so good. Kim, why didn't you play, girl?
So, let's see, 19 years ago, October 2001, I was a
Pregnant.
couple weeks away from having my daughter,
I was right.
and I actually at that time did not own a single console.
Oh.
I didn't. I did have a Game Boy Color that I had bought before I moved to Wisconsin.
Well, that is a console.
But- But no, I had no idea what happened. For some reason, it didn't make the move
Mhm.
from California to Wisconsin. I never knew what happened to it. But
Gotcha.
it was fine. I didn't start playing again, consoles again, because I was really busy working and having a newborn.
Yeah.
It wasn't until she was about 2 or so basically when Grand Theft Auto San Andreas came out.
I gotcha.
That was when I really started gaming again.
Okay.
Okay, time out. Didn't Vice City come out way before San Andreas?
Yes.
Maybe. I don't know. I never played it.
It did.
Okay, but why did you want a remake of Vice City in a different,
I never
whatever
said
you
that.
said?
Who are you talking to?
Somebody said it yesterday. They said they wanted a.
It was Kevin.
Cyrus says he
Oh.
wanted a remake of Vice City. And I said
Yes.
that would be great if it took place in a modern day time frame.
And that's not
Oh,
Vice
it would
City
still
because
be Miami.
Vice
It'd still
City,
be- it'd still be
Vice
Vice
City
City.
takes place in the 80s. I want that 80s
Yeah, but
aesthetic.
that's
is what I
just-
was talking about.
But it's just Vice City is the name of Miami in there. It's just called Vice City.
And it takes place
Well-
in 1980s.
Right,
Except
but
that they could-
San Andreas took place in 1990s,
In the
but
90s,
then
yes, exactly.
they made Grand Theft Auto 5.
And that's
It's in
fine,
San
but
Andreas, and
that's not okay. And I understand what you're saying, but I'm talking about specifically taking place back in 1980. I want Vice City the game remade in GTA 5 engine. That's what I want.
You want the pink pimp car?
I wanted to take place. I want all the same cars. I want it to take place in 1980s because I'm an 80s child and I love the 80s music. I love 80s movies. I love all the references they had in that damn game, even down to the little hair and clothes and everything. It was amazing. That's still my
Pink
favorite
pimp
Grand
clothes.
Theft Auto out of all of them. So
That
I want
would be cool if they did remake that with the graphics of present day.
exactly.
Or we could actually get the graphics of Grand Theft Auto 6 that'll never come out.
Shut up. Don't
Oh,
get me started.
dude, you know it'd be awesome if they made Grand Theft Auto 6. Okay, so which with every iteration of Grand Theft Auto, they've gotten bigger, 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 bigger. Okay, what if Part 6 they allowed for time traveling? What? Mind blown. Right?
That would be weird.
No, nobody.
So
Just me?
so it crossover with Red Dead
That's kind of
Redemption.
just breaking a few too many rules.
Well, I'm talking about just going back to like the 80s to where what the hell's the main character's name from Vice City? Tony something. Ugh. Anyway, just being able to travel back to the 80s
Gay
and the
Tony.
90s and no, not that guy.
I thought there was a gay Tony or something like
I
that.
said not that guy. He was in there. The Ballad of Gay Tony was one of the expansions.
I think
Yeah, I want them to travel back to those old games and just like revisit. That'll be fun.
They could
Chris
do
Thorne,
okay.
San
Without it
Andreas,
being
the main character was. It said during San Andreas in the game somewhere, like in the beginning, that he was like somehow related to the dude Lance that betrays you in Vice City.
Yep. See, now you're thinking.
Spoilers.
Now you're thinking.
Okay, I was gonna say now.
Eric, you're so stupid.
I was gonna say, I was gonna say now maybe they could not calling it like a time machine time traveling, but yes, I guess they could add in some elements where you can go to like different time
That'd be the
eras.
online aspect.
Nah.
Yeah, that could work, something like that.
Yeah.
don't know, I
But no, you can't have an actual time machine because that's just doing too much.
Well, you can actually have a DeLorean in GTA 5 now, which is from Back to the Future, one of the greatest movies
It can
of all
fly
time.
too.
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
don't
it
think
can
it
fly.
actually lets you go through time.
It does not, but there you go. All right, moving on. Yeah, October 23rd, I'm going to mention a game that nobody ever played. 12 years ago, 2008, in Japan. Released
Japan.
Devil Summoner. I can't pronounce that name because it's Japanese, but I'm going to try. Kazunoa Raido Doe. Yeah, that's not going to work. Anyway, it's a game nobody ever played, so I'm going to move on to the next one.
Well, I would like to say that the long-haired black chick could be a waifu.
Of course you will. No, she could not. Ew. Definitely
No,
not.
not. It's not bad. No,
Yep,
how about a?
Yep. Nope. No, thank you. Moving on.
Oh no!
October
Are you saying I'm just reaching? Are you saying I'm just reaching down?
You are reaching
You are.
high for that one. because that chick looks like a grown version of Tina off Bob's Burgers. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. So, moving on. October 23rd. A Japanese grown version of Tina from Bob's Burgers.
It is pretty gross, to be honest, Jeff.
October 23rd, 32 years ago, 1988 for the Famicom, released Bam, a classic.
Super Mario Brothers 3, but it's a
I've
Japanese
beat that game
version.
so many
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
Everybody's beaten that game so many damn times. Quick story. When I first got Super Mario Brothers 3, my Nintendo was not working. And at the time, it was probably just I needed a new power pack, but we weren't too smart back in the early 90s. So it's like
Speak for yourself.
Hey, shut up! Shut up! Shut up! So anyways, so we had like the power pack thing on order, which didn't come for like a month and a half through the mail or something like that. And so I had this game because I got it for my birthday, but I couldn't play it for like a month. So I would literally just walk around with my Super Mario Brothers 3, going to people's houses. Like I wanted to play it so bad. Like then this one dude that I knew he had like kind of a strict parent, so it's like I'm thinking I could bring my game over there because I was like the only one that actually had Super Mario Brothers 3 at the time. So I was like, okay, I can go over to this dude's house and play it. No, you know what happened? This dude took my Super Mario Brothers 3 in there, played it for like an hour while we waiting outside.
Oh, that's BS.
Oh, hell yeah. I was pissed off like hell. I was like, no, I'm done with that. I don't think I talked to that dude anymore after that. I was so angry. Like, how the hell you going to go in your house and play my game for like an hour and a half and how we just be chilling? It wasn't just me. It was me. I think Trey was there. So it was, man. I know I was just mad.
Oh, yeah, I'll be
Did you
pissed
get
too.
it back?
Oh, yeah, he gave it back. Please, I would have gotten that game back. I'm going to tell you that right now. But it's just the pure fact that we were waiting outside for like an hour and a half at this dude's house while he's in the damn basement playing Super Mario Brothers 3.
Douchebag.
That was ultra douchebaggy.
Tiny douchebag. Well, Mario 3 is a staple of gaming history, and we've all played it, we've all beaten it, we all love it.
We all watched The Wiz.
We all watched The Wiz. Moving on to the last game on this list, in this day in gaming history, which I don't think I said. It's actually today, October 24th, 6 years ago, 2014, for the Wii U, released a true waifu in gaming. Bam, Bayonetta. Yes.
Never played it.
And this particular version of the game had a bundle with Part 1 and Part 2. I played Part 1. Where the hell did I get the bundle at? Did I get it for the Wii U?
Bundle, I don't remember.
Yeah. And anyway, I played both these games. These games are just... she's basically the female version of Dante from Devil May Cry. The game is just crazy off the chain action. Her hair comes out and it turns to different demons and different monsters.
That's why her hair got shorter in Part 2.
No, that's a different reason, and I won't spoil it. But the game is worth playing. If you're into action games like Devil May Cry, this game is definitely worth playing.
I just still plan on getting it at some point.
Part 1 and Part 2 are equally as good. I will give them both a 9.5. It's so much fun. It's funny. If you're a guy, it'll get you a little randy
Yiggity.
at certain times. Hey, if you're a girl into that kind of thing, it'll get you a little bit randy.
Yiggity.
But it's definitely an amazing action game to play.
Ow!
Oh. So, moving on to the final segment of tonight's show. Eric, hit me.
Da 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 da. Dun, dun, dun.
You did this 2 weeks ago.
Hey, I'm actually surprised you remembered that.
Hey.
Hey.
All
okay.
right. No, it's okay. You're fine. Moving on, we are going to play a brand new game called Gaming ABCs. Get excited. And we're going to go through the alphabet, and each letter, we're going to just name a game. So I'm going to start off, and then Eric, and then Kim, and then Kevin. So first, with A, I'm going to go Assassin's Creed.
Bayonetta.
You jackass.
Ha
That's a cop-out. Kim, you got C.
Oh. Why is it that I'm like brain farting really
Oh
bad?
my goodness. Think about what kids play.
You can always pass. You can always just say pass.
I'm going to have to because I can't think of anything right now.
Kev,
Castlevania.
there you go.
Oh my
That's
god.
better
of
than what I
course.
had.
D, Donkey Kong. E,
EverQuest.
E for E.
EverQuest.
Kim, you got F, girl.
If you don't get F, we're gonna have a fight.
Oh, Final Fantasy.
I was about to say, hold on, girl. Might be a problem.
I'm really bad about on the spot thinking.
That's okay, so I gotta practice. All right, Kev.
Grand Theft Auto.
That's an obvious one. H, Hellblade.
ICQ.
What?
I mean, I feel. What the?
What?
Ico?
Yeah, that.
Wow.
That game.
I was like, what the fuck is ICQ?
Ico.
That's what Jean-Luc Picard said all the time.
Engage.
Actually, that's worth of an E.
Kim, you got J, girl. You can pass if you want. J games are hard.
No, they aren't.
Did they make a Jungle Book game? Because I feel like they should have.
Yes, they did, actually.
They did. You got lucky on that one. Kev, okay.
Kingdom Hearts.
You're getting all the best ones. Lupin the Third, which was the game. Yes.
Mega Man 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Mega Man X 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Really?
Mega Man Legends 1 and 2.
Really? You have to do all that?
Don't make me keep on going.
Kim?
We didn't ask you.
Which one?
N.
You're on N.
N?
Mm-hmm.
One of your favorite animes.
Naruto.
There you go.
Yeah, give me a hint.
Eric with the assist.
I said Nino Kuni.
I was thinking the same thing.
I was thinking
Oh, huh?
Ninja Gaiden.
Yep, you got.
Oh, no. I think I know one.
Switch.
Onimusha.
Okay, that works too.
Onimusha.
I was going to say Octagon Travelers, but Octopath Traveler.
Octagon Traveler. UFC's Octagon Traveler.
Bunch of 9-sided characters.
He's so stupid. P for Pikmin.
Q for Cubert.
Nice.
There you go.
You're R, Kim.
Ratchet and Clank.
Good
There you
girl. Yay.
Sekiro.
Sekiro was fantastic. I'm definitely going to replay that game on my PS5 because I want the upgrades for it. T for Titanfall.
U for Uncharted.
Nice.
V, Kim.
I think I have to pass on that one.
Kevin.
V?
I'm not sure if I
Yes.
can think of a V game.
Huh. Vice City.
There you
Nope.
go.
No,
Well,
because that's
well-
Grand Theft Auto. You got to try a little harder than that one. That's a
Well,
subtitle.
I'll let that pass. I'll let that pass.
Okay, Vector Man, just so you actually have an actual V.
There you go. Good man. Good man. I forgot all about Vector Man. W. Wario. WarioWare.
Xenogears.
Nice. And Kim, you got the. Oh no, you don't. You got Y.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. One of the main Nintendo staples.
He's a little green, if you know what I mean.
Oh,
He
yeah,
spun
Yoshi.
off from Mario.
Yoshi.
Yay.
All right, Kev, finish this off strong. Hit it.
The Z?
Yep.
Jeez. Like, the worst.
No, it's not. It was a great game made by Square Enix on the PlayStation 2.
Really?
It's a great game.
I'll let you have it.
It's a great
Go
game
for it.
named by Nintendo called The Legend of
Z-Type.
Zelda.
Oh, no. That is That starts
Oh,
with a T.
Lord. It's Zelda, damn it.
Zelda.
Oh,
Well,
Zone of the
I
Enders
see.
just
I don't think that's Legend of Zelda. to
It
me. That's
is.
L.
It's got like 3 words before Zelda. You cannot count that.
All right, Jones, you hit it. Z, what is it?
I just said Zone of the Enders.
Zone of the Enders. You had a Zone of the Enders screensaver for a good long while,
Yeah.
which is
Zone of the Enders is
fantastic.
awesome.
Nathan just got a shiny Lugia on Pokemon Sword.
Sweet. Tell him we said
Oh, I'm
congratulations.
sorry, what? You mean from the Max Radio
Yeah.
Dins,
Yeah.
he got a shiny Lugia.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing. And we're going to end the podcast there. We'll see you guys next time on our Halloween special, where Kim has a special little treat for all of us. And until next time, gamers, tell them what to do, everybody.
Level up
Level
and
up.
catch those shiny Pokemon.